So my Tacoma truck bed has become a little bit of everything lately. One day it's hauling house project stuff from Home Depot. The next it's hauling camping and off-road recovery gear for my desert trips. And today it's doing that plus also hauling my dirty laundry since I need to buy a new washer and dryer. And lately I've been running into the same problem. I want this truck bed covered and secured, but only sometimes. Like right now I'm working on this project where I'm test fitting this oversized spare tire carrier that Toyota actually sells. But in fact, it's a genuine accessory you can buy if you have an oversized tire that doesn't fit in the spare location underneath the bed. But to install that, I'll need an open truck bed. So today in this video, I wanna show you guys a setup that has been working out really well for me lately. After a lot of consideration, I ordered, then installed this. This is a Peragon Tectonic truck bed cover. I think this thing looks very aggressive. It's very angular, I would say, kind of like the body of the 4th Gen Tacoma in my opinion. It's rugged, heavy duty, almost over-engineered, which I love. But aside from all of that, it's got one amazing feature that absolutely sold me. So again, I was personally looking for a tonneau cover that was easy to take off so that it could run an open truck bed whenever I wanted to. There are no shortage of reasons you would want to access your open truck bed in my opinion. And I feel like a lot of other people would like that flexibility too. So let me show you in detail what it takes to actually remove this cover. So to remove this bed cover, first thing you want to do is drop your tailgate. Then you'll notice on these hinges, we've got hinge screws, which I just hand tighten, but you can see, you can also use an Allen head to tighten and also remove them. And it's a 9/64 size. That was one, there's one on this side, and then two mirrored on the other side. Now what you'll want to do from the tailgate is open up this panel. I'm gonna see if I can do this one-handed. You're gonna rotate this so that it's past 90 degrees and see if you can unhinge it now that the hinge screws are off. Like so. And that's panel number 1. Panel number 2 to come off is gonna be the one closest to the cab. And I just get on this guy, pull him up, unhinge. Then for the last middle panel, you'll want to push it to where the back is aligned with the lift out area. And then you can just simply pull up on each side. And that's it. We're completely back to my open truck bed. I mean, plus some of the mounting hardware, but it is very minimal that this Tectonic tonneau cover uses. But you can see, I did reinstall my factory bed rails in the same exact location over the mounts. I'm not sure if you're actually supposed to because the instructions don't call out reinstalling them, but I found that I was able to do so. And I definitely wanted to keep my 2 side rails because I use them to tie stuff down, as you can see. So in just a minute or so, my truck is completely, pretty much back to stock. So in terms of access, I can actually open up either end or this end. And this end even works with the tailgate fully up too. And you can also slide these panels around once you have them stacked on top of each other. You can kind of lock it in this position. When I actually stand on my truck bed, you can see that this thing doesn't bow in, which is really nice. I feel like I've had other hard tonneau covers that do that, and it just feels really sketchy walking on top of them, but I don't feel uncomfortable walking on top of this one at all. In fact, It was like made for somebody to walk on it. You can actually load it up with 400 pounds, I believe, of weight. And it seems like hauling stuff is encouraged because there are multiple tie-down spots integrated in each of the panels. While it is easy to remove, there is a part of me that wishes these panels were a little bit lighter, but they are made out of aluminum. They're powder coated, and then they've got spray-on bed liner, which all adds to the weight, but makes it very durable, very secure, and also keeps it looking really, really new. And I just saw this, but actually for this first panel over here, I think this is actually meant to be a safety feature because it says exit in highlighter yellow over here, but you can actually open it from the underside as well. This is actually how I tend to open the cover most when I'm actually off-roading, since I find it convenient to do once the tailgate is dropped. But the one thing about off-roading, especially here in SoCal, is dust. Now you can see there is this EPDM seal that goes all the way around the tonneau cover, and you do install this foam one back here as well. And they do give you these rubber dust caps for the latches and locks. From my own experience, I can definitely confirm that this tonneau cover makes your truck bed waterproof. I mean, here in San Diego, we've had an uncharacteristic amount of rain. I have not gotten any gear wet or laundry or my gym bag for that matter. I've also taken this thing through an automatic car wash, touch-free, of course. No problems. I've used a pressure washer on it and nothing has gotten wet. So this thing has been great waterproof wise. The caveat though is it's definitely not dust proof, although I don't know if that's the fault of the cover itself because, you know, you can see there's gaps over here. There's gaps between the tailgate and the rear of the bed over here. I'm sure some dust gets into the bed from underneath the truck. It definitely keeps out like big amounts of sand. But this is gear that I just pulled out from my last trip, and you can see there is a fine layer of dust or silt that was able to penetrate through even with the cover on. And speaking of dust and desert trips, I want to shout out today's video sponsor, Onyx Off-Road. And if you know about Onyx Off-Road already, or you've heard me talk about them before here on the channel, they've got some pretty cool new recent features to the app that I've been using and I want to share with you guys today. Okay, so the basics, if you haven't heard me talk about Onyx Off-Road before, it's an app that shows you off-road trails you could take your rig on. With a premium membership, you could see trails nationwide and save offline maps. With the Elite, you get all of that plus private land information and boundaries and more. But they just launched a new feature, which is called group location sharing. So you're probably hitting the trails with your friends, which is what I usually do because, you know, safety. You can find this by going to Go and Track and hitting share location to get a group started. So you can see exactly where your friends are on the map in real time. It's a pretty cool safety and just logistical feature since I'm typically going out with a group. So if you don't have Onyx Off-Road and you're interested in trying it out, you can use the link in the description or my discount code. If you're watching this video in real time, they're actually running a Memorial Day sale, which is better than my discount code. So I'd snag that because it's 50% off premium and Elite memberships if you use code MDS50 by June 7th, 2026. I believe there's a free trial too. And you guys, I do not take my sponsorships lightly, but Onyx Off-Road is truly something I have used for years and I get a lot of benefit out of. It's a product I truly believe in and I love all these new features coming to it too, so I encourage you to check it out. So this is the current bed setup. Some of the things that are on here that you're seeing came from the factory, but some of which I installed or are aftermarket. So bed lights, those came from the factory. Also this compartment, storage compartment with a 12-volt outlet. And I think there's also USB-Cs in there. That's all factory. This is the storage cubby. Comes in these trucks. Very dirty in there. Dusty, and factory 400-watt outlet. I did put the factory bed mat on here to prevent things from sliding around, which has been very, very useful. Got some billet tie downs on the factory bed rail. Factory Toyota GoPro mount. Can you believe this? Toyota actually makes a mount for the GoPro. And making use of the factory Molly panel I installed, which I used to secure my Milwaukee Packout it's actually a really clean setup. With the way I mounted this currently on the bed rail, it's nice and easy to remove, as you guys could kind of see. But Home Depot also sells these Milwaukee pack-out specific mounts with their proprietary kind of locking system. So technically this pack-out isn't supported by the Molly panel itself, it's supported by this mount. The Molly panel is just keeping these mounts I put over it nice and square and tight, and these aren't gonna go anywhere. I ended up having to remove it because of how far it extends up, but I am actively working on a V2 that will allow me to use it with this tonneau cover. As I do this install, I'll remove what I need to remove to do this install, and then try to mount everything back in place or make modifications wherever I have to kind of retain what I've already done. So we'll see. Now, onto our install, which is actually very simple. I'll do my best to explain what I'm doing here, but honestly, Peragon's printed instructions are really well done. I was constantly referencing them, so I'd recommend just reading through those if you're following along, but of course, I'll let you know all of my tips and tricks. So first up, I'm removing the OEM side bed rails completely, which are held in by a few bolts you can remove with a torque spit. You want to be extremely square on those bolts because I've stripped them before. I'd recommend using hand tools for this one because those bolts are really soft and nobody wants to have to drill them out, especially because we'll be reusing them later on. Now I'm removing the rest of my accessories from the third bed rail. You can actually leave this rail on, but we will end up loosening it. It's time for the unboxing, and as you can tell, this thing gets shipped to you on a hefty pallet. But thankfully, everything is packaged really nicely and all of my parts came without damage. The big pieces that are in here are 2 Peragon rails, plus the cover itself, which is partially bolted down to the pallet. And I'm just putting those 2 rails in the bed because we'll be mounting those first, reusing the OEM bolts that were holding the OEM rails in. Now the third rail provided by Peragon slips between the OEM rail and the bed, so like I said before, you could just loosen the OEM rail to fit it in. Also not shown, there is a foam seal that you should add to the third rail area to prevent any leakage. I did this but just forgot to film it. Next up, I'm adding the provided leg brackets. Basically, there's a stud hanging from the rail that they have to go through and you put a 10mm nut on it. I did have trouble with these at first because of the aftermarket bed stiffeners I installed, but I was able to get around them and made sure that my leg brackets were secured. Now because we're essentially done with everything except for the cover, I'm just going around and tightening all of my bolts. Now hopefully you have more space than I do. I'm not complaining about this garage, but I'm actually building a new one. I'm still in the process of making drawings for it, and I can promise you, I made sure it is longer than this garage. But for now, shimmy your way through with your center panel first and fit that on the Peragon rails. It does align with these 4 rail notches that you'll see, so it'll be easier to know once it's on. And I was pretty stoked when I got mine in. Now I would say the hardest part of this whole install is aligning the glide rollers, really so that wobble is minimized when you're sliding this thing around. Honestly, mine was pretty good with whatever settings came from the factory, but you can adjust them, which is what I'm doing here, following the Peragon instructions. I'm not sure if this is because the Tacoma bed is composite and there can be variations. If you're happy with how your center panel is rolling and sliding, you can move on from this step. Now, with a bit more shimmying, and utilizing the fancy power tailgate feature on my truck, I am adding my last 2 panels. Kind of like how you saw me remove them, you just attach them to the hinges. And honestly, that's it. Easy enough. And of course, don't forget to add your OEM rails back on if you so desire, which why wouldn't you? And also while you're driving, it is crucial to put those speed knobs back in to ensure that everything stays secure. Anyways, I hope this was useful and I hope you all enjoyed this one as much as I enjoy this cover. It has been really great for my lifestyle, and moving forward, you're gonna see videos of it with it on, but also sometimes off, but that's the beauty of it.